Hi everyone, so I'm here in San Fransokyo and I've got the Darkubes boss fight to take on. So I'm going to talk you through how I managed to beat it, all the different things I kind of learned along the way, and some of the things that I kind of did a little bit wrong that hopefully you guys can learn from as a result. Hopefully it's going to help you out, and if it does, drop us a like below. But here we go, just going to jump into the battle now, waiting for Sora to get up. He's got it, he's ready. This is the Darkubes boss, and essentially it's a heart-shaped kind of like random tentacle business, and what you're aiming for is the core. But sometimes if you jump up, it will electrocute you, and then it comes down with a fist, and you can't really see the cube anywhere. So you've got to keep an eye on where the cube's going. Now it's going back into the air, and ideally you need to get out of the way of that by rolling, and if you roll pretty fast then you should be able to stay out of its way. It's always good to do like a double roll, so roll and then roll again just in case you didn't quite roll far enough, and that's the cube that you're aiming for. So when it's down you want to try and get in and do some damage, but you can see it doesn't give you very much time at all. So then you're back to rolling away, and this time it's a laser blast that you need to get out of the way of, and you can't even get in close enough to be able to do any damage because of the spinning tentacles. Now you can use some of the specials like this, but you really need to time when you use them much better than I do in this situation. I kind of got a little bit kind of like special, like trigger happy, and that missed out on some real opportunities. This is where you've got a great chance to do some big damage. So just jump up and get in your hits, keep pressing X to get close to it, and when you land on the ground, jump back in and just do as much damage as you can while it's here, because it really doesn't give you too much time to be able to get in your hits before it moves over to the next phase. So obviously power up your weapons as you go. So I've got the hyper armor, but there's not even an opportunity to use this, and I need to just move out of the way of all this. So just using the dodge and waiting for my opportunity to get into some hits, but it doesn't give you too many chances. So you just got to keep on running and wait for it to go back to this phase, and then you can get in some damage. And this, like I said earlier, really make the most of it. If you can get in your hits here, this is where you'll slowly chip it away. And you can see I've got like 2 of its health bars have gone now, but it looks like it has moved into a different phase. So again, this is me using like a special move when I probably should have saved it. If I just waited for it to get through this phase, I would have been able to hit it, but you can see there's not even a chance to get anywhere near the cube, so it's just sort of wasted activity. It's a wasted special, and I kind of like looking back on the fight, this is my big regret, not being a bit more patient. You don't normally need to have patience in Kingdom Hearts 3 boss fights, but in this situation it really is a good idea to time your specials really wisely. So when it is in this state, that's when you use your specials so you can do most damage. As it stands, I managed to take it down anyway, but hopefully these tips will help you out when you take on the Darkubes boss yourself here in San Fransokyo. So this time I'm actually doing some pretty good damage with the hyper armor, but it's moving on to the different phase now, so I need to head down to the ground, get out of the way of the laser beam, kind of wait for this. And so this comes flying on the ground, so you've just got to jump out of the way of this if you can and track its movements through the wall. It's not always easy to move quickly enough, so you need to like remember to jump much earlier than you think you need to. And it's back, so now I should be able to get in some more damage unless it goes to another attack phase, which it has done. So now it's firing down its Darkube blocks, spinning around, so just avoiding all of this. And in all fairness, at no stage in this fight did I ever feel like I was close to like bowing out. But I think that's mainly because I managed to do a lot of rolling and getting out of the way of its attacks. So definitely try to do that yourself, and like I said earlier, when it goes into this phase, try and get in and do some major damage. So this time I actually used my special wisely, so getting in some big hits. You can see that's taking down a lot of its health. So the Baymax special, Interceptor Wing, is pretty good, and then using the special the kind of like the finisher didn't quite get there in time, I don't think, and it's gone down to this shattered phase. Need to keep an eye out for the heart, for the core. Just got to keep on moving. It's doing the punch move, so again, roll out of the way of that and try and keep an eye on where the cube is going to be. So it's coming up here. So this is a great opportunity. This is where it's got zero protection. You can just really lay in the damage. And I kind of figured I could use this special, but as it turns out, it was wasted again because it went into the next phase of its attack before I could get like a bead on it. So again, kind of just wait for your opportunities to use your specials. This would have been perfect if the core was visible, which it's not now because it's doing this kind of attack here. So just all of my attacks were completely wasted. Admittedly, that didn't massively stop me from managing to finish it off because I managed to get into the core when it kind of goes to this phase. And now it's on its last leg, so theoretically it should be just a matter of time. So just jump on up, do a bit more damage, and yeah, finish it off. So now just getting in the last of my hits if I can get close enough. So jump on up, do your damage, use your hyper hammer, and you can see how much extra damage that does. But again, just sort of missed the opportunity to get in the hits as quickly as I could do. So my biggest thing is just, it's all about timing with this one. So roll out of the way of the fist if you can. Wait for it to come back up. Oh, you can see it's running away. The cube's gone out the wall. Here it is, here it is. Okay. And now this is the opportunity to finish it off. The problem with the hyper hammer is sometimes it does a downward strike, so that first one didn't hit, but everything else connected to finish it off. So there we go. That is how to beat the Darkubes boss here in San Fransokyo. Hopefully it helps you out, and if it does, drop us a like below. Hopefully you can learn from all my mistakes. There's definitely some things I could have done better there. You can also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already with the links on the left hand side, and hit that bell button if you want to get notifications for all of our videos as they come out. We've also got the rest of our series for Kingdom Hearts 3 with the links on the right hand side, including our full walkthroughs, so you can check those out. Leave any comments below and I will catch you next time.